Hello, Libra. All right, Libra, let's get right into it. Be lunar eclipse. We have a lunar eclipse coming up very soon. So this is your lunar eclipse reading mixed in with your full moon reading. Let's get into it, Libras. Let's get right into it. We have a full moon on the 14th. Full moon on the 14th. It's a blood moon, also called a worm moon. So it's a rebirth happening, and it's in Virgo. It's in the Zodiac sign Virgo. The day after that, we're going to have a Mercury goes retrograde, right? So let's get into it. We'll talk a little bit more about that in just the upcoming readings. But lunar eclipses usually happen during the eclipse season. Lunar solar eclipses happen around, like I said, it's called eclipse season. Some things have been exposed to you about going where you're appreciated and not where you're tolerated. And so you're gonna be totally letting go of some things, ancestral things, and that's what the lunar eclipse is all about. It's like totally letting go of some things, shedding some things. The scales from your eyes have been removed, and so ancestrally you're gonna be letting go of some things that you may have been holding on to for a long time. And so it can be quite emotional, the lunar eclipse. But let's get into it. Let's get right into it. Let's get into it, Libras. My community wants me to thrive. That's right. That's where you want to go. You want to go where people want you to thrive. Not where they want you in survival mode. Where you want to thrive. Where people want to see you thriving. That's anywhere. And you're highly intuitive enough. You're an incredibly smart sign. You are going where people want to see you thrive. Not where people want to see you in survival mode. Right? So wherever that may be. Wherever that may be. Where people want to see you thrive. Whoa. All right. Yeah, where people are going to really help you to sharpen whatever your gifts and talents are, and where people really want to see you thrive. Not where people want, where you are in survival mode. All right. 801, soul renovation. So shed the past, awaken to your truth. Your angels know that you have been through many trials and tribulations. Now is the time to put down the armor that helps you survive those trials and live freely. The door has opened to your new life. Sit in meditation and envision yourself walking through your doorway. Behind you lies the past, and ahead you lies a future where you are living your truth. What do you see? Draw or journal about what is on the other side of that doorway. So 801, right? So 8 is like the strength. So pray for your own strength, right? You're in a very meek way. You're closing out a cycle with an energy, and you're embarking on this new path. I know that because it's the full card in Major Arcana. This is strength card, this is the full card, and this is magician card. And magician card is Mercury, which goes retrograde on the 15th of March. And so source is saying this is generationally, this is Uranus, which is a generational planet, an outer planet, generational planet, and you're embarking on this new way of communicating, right? You're embarking on this whole new way of communicating. Mercury is ruled by Gemini. Gemini rules third house, and it's like how you communicate, as far as like with karmics. It's two karmics. There is somebody has succumbed to passive and powerless behavior. Someone is egotistical, materialistic, and forceful. And spiritually, you just communicate differently than you did as a child. We're in year 9, 2025. 2 and 2 is 4. 4 plus 5 is 9. And so you have like I said, Sagittarius rules 9th house. And so 9th house is all about higher education, philosophy, law, religion, travel, ethics, morals, personal beliefs, spiritual beliefs. And you communicate differently now than you did when you were younger. And so there's energies who are they could be still stuck in their karmic cycle, a particular belief system. There could be some fire energies that's still stuck in a particular belief system. And so that just does not align with where you are on your journey. So yeah, your community wants you to thrive. And if you're in a community that does not want you to thrive, that's not your community. They want you in survival mode. So whoever that may be, the scales have been removed from your eyes. It's time to shed that. Shed the past, awaken to your truth, whatever that may be. So I don't know what that means for somebody, but awaken to your truth, right? If you're watching this, you probably weren't even raised on tarot, but If this is something that you're into now and other people are not, and they saying is demonic and evil, so it's saying that may not be your tribe. They may not want you to thrive. So who knows? Who knows? Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Yep, let's get into it. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go. Yeah. So yeah, karmics want to stay connected to you because they want to see how, if it's going to work out. But there's more or less like they want to see if it's going to crash and burn, right? Because that's connected to fire. They want to see, okay, oh, I knew it wasn't going to work out. And it's more of a detriment to you because they almost hoping that something is not going to work out. So that's something they can hold on to. They're saying almost like they're praying that something, praying on your downfall. And so it says that's not what you need anymore. Four of Wands. So homecoming, friends, weddings, celebrations, family, home. You'd rather put your energy towards a new and exuberant love coming across your path. And that's what's coming across your path. That feels more like something that you'd rather put your energy towards. Here we have the Queen of Swords here. So yeah, somebody, that's what you'd rather put your air towards. Someone who is sitting on their throne, carefully vetting their thoughts. Someone who is self-sufficient. Someone who is perceptive, clear-minded, you know, like you. Right? And so here we have Page of Wands. So someone who is active, you know, so you got a message that's coming through. So Page of Wands energy here, Page of Wands. So somebody is coming home to you, right? So it could be, like I said, somebody really likes your energy. They really, really like your energy. It could be your child. It could be your niece, nephew. It could be a mentee. Somebody wants to be in your presence because, again, you know, you're shedding the path. You're waking to your own truth. Somebody likes your energy. They don't want to be around these energies who's just stuck, right? They don't want to be around an energy who is stuck. So, again, like I said before, you have new and exuberant love coming across your path. New and exuberant love could also just mean a loved one coming your way. It could be a sister, a brother, somebody who really loves your flow, your energy. So that could also be that too. So, but something new, you're getting a message coming through that someone really, really loves your energy. And so it's not a competition, never has been a competition. But like I said before, if it's a new love coming across your path, they're not seeing a competition between their ex and you. They chose themselves first. You know, so it's not a competition between their ex and you. They chose themselves first. They chose source within them, and they made a decision, right? And so your soul, just like you chose source inside of you first. So yeah. So anyway, here we have Seven of Wands. Here's a self-defense, perseverance, you know, control, solo projects here. So yeah. Well, something is definitely closing out. Something is closing out. And so, like I said before, you got a message that something has closed out. Possibly a young person is closing something out. Like I said, you feel youthful too. Like I said, Page of Wands here. Page of Wands, like you feel like a teenager again. You feel like a teenager again. You feel rejuvenated. You're getting away from some shady energies. Something feels like home for you and someone. Again, for some of you all, it's going to be new and exuberant love. It feels like home. Like I said, for some parts of the world, the weather is changing to warmer season. You and your person could be kind of getting out, having a good time. Whatever that is for you, but you're letting go of this belief system that, you know, your community is everybody's hating on you. You're letting that go. You're letting it go. Your community wants you to thrive, right? So 10 of Pentacles, you're leaving a legacy, right? You're building assets, you know, and so whatever it is that you're passionate about, that's what I'm saying. Your prayer life is increasing. Somebody's prayer life is increasing. You're, like I said, here we have 8 of Cups. You're walking away from you're leaving behind something, whatever that emotion was. You're walking towards the sun. You're tossing something into a burning bowl. You're walking towards the sun, right? So if people are stuck in a particular belief system about something, you're shedding the past. Whatever emotions they have, you know, about you and, you know, about, you know, who you loved or your emotional state, mental state or whatever, you're leaving all that behind with them. Like I said, it's 2 energies. They succumb to passive and powerless behavior, emotional, whatever it is. So you're leaving all of that behind. Finally letting go of that. 2 of Swords, right? You're balancing out you're making some difficult decisions. You could have been at a stalemate. You could have been indecisive about two energies in particular before, but you're not indecisive anymore. Your third eye is now wide open. It is wide open. That's the thing about walking through life with blindfolds on. When somebody has been in somebody's ear, somebody has been in the ear of a younger person, just like somebody was in your ear when you were younger. This is something that's generational. And again, you go where you are appreciated and not where you're tolerated. Again, when even growing up, looking at your cards here and around your family, because we're talking about this right here, you go around the side of the family where you felt most appreciated and not where you felt tolerated. So if you felt like you were on a side of the family where there was all this competition, who was the prettiest, who was the most handsome, who was the smartest, who was the this and that, as a child, that could have caused you to feel like your self-esteem was low in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So you go where you were appreciated, right? So as an adult, you go where you're appreciated in whatever community you felt most appreciated in, spiritually as well, right? Wherever your community is, when you travel, you feel most appreciated. You go where you're appreciated. So same thing. So spiritually, somebody goes where they're appreciated and not where they're tolerated. Where your spirit feels. We're not talking about religion. We're talking about spiritually, you go where you're appreciated and not where you're tolerated. So, yeah. Same thing. So your soul feels rejuvenated. Here we have the three. So teamwork, travel, commerce, rapid growth, expansion, looking ahead is what we see here. So I see you're a hardworking person. Somebody may have felt like they were bullied out of something because people were talking about you behind your back. But guess what? It's not that you were bullied out of something. You're a very responsible person. But Source is trying to tell you that actually Source was leading you towards your North Node. You weren't bullied out of anything. Source is like, okay, I need you to start setting some boundaries here. 3 strikes. I need you to move on. Move on. Go where you're appreciated, not where you're tolerated, Libra. In any aspects, if it's a job and you're going to HR 3 times, okay, stop talking to them. I need you to start putting some applications in somewhere else. If it's in friendship, okay, you're starting to realize, okay, they've been unfair to you. It's time to start, start recognizing you don't need being unfair, 3 marriages. Okay, maybe it's time to slow down and start looking. Okay, let me start slowing down and start putting together a list of exactly what I want. I'm starting to look at a pattern here. And maybe you're not the issue or problem. Maybe you're looking at, okay, maybe I need to be a little bit more meticulous and start paying attention. It's not that you, if it's 3 marriages or whatever, it's not that you have an issue that you want love in your life. It made it, okay, let me be more meticulous. Is it a particular type of energy that you're choosing? What do they all have in common? It's not always the skin color. Sometimes it's the religious belief system. Sometimes it's the, geographical location in a particular culture. It could be a whole lot of different things. But sometimes somebody started to become a little bit more meticulous with that, right? Maybe it's, who knows? Maybe it's, how you were raised and how they were raised. I mean, who knows? Anyway, this is just a general reading. But anyway, so I'm saying somebody has new and exuberant love in their lives. So, congratulations to you. But you're leaving karmics behind. Here's a death card. Yep, death card. Well, something has ended. So, new beginnings, end of a cycle, rebirth happening here. This is great. Soul rejuvenation here. New beginning here. You're ending something with 2 karmics. And 2 karmics could have been even mom and dad. They could have been in a karmic relationship, and you may have carried their belief system through many lifetimes. It could have been them. You could have been a product of a karmic marriage, a karmic couple. Who knows? You're not saying that that was bad. It may not work for you. So, I mean, it's a whole lot of things. You could, like I said, you ended some kind of a karmic cycle. Right? So, Knight of Wands here. A lusty and free-spirited person, passion, creative action. So you're free from something. A karmic cycle could have just meant that you chose celibacy and you chose to say, okay, you're going to wait before marriage. You could have decided, hey, you chose celibacy and maybe you like celibacy, and you could have broken a lot of generational cycles, chains, and curses and realized, oh, you like celibacy. And you're free from something. You could have sent back a whole lot of spells just choosing abstinence. Who knows? So here we have Knight of Wands. Only you know that, right? Something you could say you're not going back to it. Not because you don't have a choice. Maybe you chose, maybe that was a choice of yours. A lot of people choose a life of abstinence not because they can't, because they just, for them it's just like, okay, that's what they choose. So yeah, so here we have the Ten of Cups here. So I do see inner happiness here, family reunions, total love, support, fulfillment, dreams do come true. I do see, like I said, somebody has a love coming across their path. I do see you, something feels very much like home for you in this romantic situation going on. I do see you moving on from anything from the past where people may have said some really negative or harsh things about you. Karmics may have said some horrible things about you. And I do see you with someone where you are happy, where your inner child can come out and play, where it just feels very harmonious with you and your person. So again, you're shedding the past, you're awakening to whatever your truth is, whatever that may be. Who knows what your truth is? But I definitely see death to, unhealthy, whatever. Here we have Two of Pentacles. The two of you all balance each other out because you're both balanced within, you and your person. Yeah. You and your person, you all are balanced within, created a new legacy together. Yeah. So here's a Devil card. So addiction, greed, envy, materialism, compulsive excess, playfulness. Yeah. It could be a Capricorn actually for you and someone. Somebody who may have demonized you and them, but both of you, and it could have been a person who came back through. I want to say some people believe in reincarnation. Some people don't. Whatever your belief system is, I'm not here to judge whoever's beliefs what you believe, right? But source is saying to you, somebody could have come back through to complete a karmic cycle, is what I'm seeing here. But you're shedding the past, and sometimes loved ones may come back through to complete a cycle. Where something, just like I said before, complete a cycle. To complete a cycle. So shedding the past and waking to some kind of a truth. But yeah. So somebody could have come from a family where there was all of those things. Addiction in the family, greed in the family, envy in the family, materialism in the family, compulsion, excessive playfulness in the family. There's all kinds of stuff in the family, like scared of. And at the root of, because the devil is the author of confusion, at the root of all of the confusion could have just been fear. To just kind of sort of answer calls on people's lives, right? Just answer the call on your life. Like, okay, what is the calling on your life? Right? That's what this fire here is. Like, people had all this fire in them, to this, answer the call from within, from the creator. So it was just a bunch of chaos and confusion. It was like the devil's playground. So the devil really is in the detail, right? So here we have the Queen of Pentacles here. And so somebody had to go down a rabbit hole. You may have had to go down a rabbit hole, resourcefulness, playful, fertility, practicality, creature, comforts, financial security. Somebody had to go down a rabbit hole. Maybe you and somebody had to go down a rabbit hole and find out, that something followed a rabbit down a rabbit hole, see some peculiar things, and then wake up. And then come back to the throne, you and somebody. But yeah, and then come back to create a legacy, right? So Six of Swords, and then move on, so you can finally move on. Yeah, finally move on from not seeing yourselves as like this dark entity when you look in the mirror, because some energies were definitely trying to destiny swap with you and somebody. Some energies were definitely trying to destiny swap with you and somebody. So yeah, so you and somebody have definitely made a decision. So Lover's card is not always about lovers. Lover's cards are it could have been about you and someone who made a decision about who you choose or who you attract as lovers, right? But it's also about choosing yourself, like making a decision to choose to love yourself too. That can also be it too. So this is, again, letting go of this, just going along with the flow with these karmic love interests. All right, let's see what else. This is good. This is really, really good. This is really, really good for you all, Libra. So let's see what else we got going on here. Any other messages, source, for my Libras here? We're just finally letting go with this lunar eclipse and full moon, full blood moon, full worm moon. Yes, soul rejuvenation. So somebody feels real good. I love this reading for you all. This is really nice. Really, really nice. So you're definitely tackling the devil in yourself, devil in the details. So death to the devil, death to, you know, fear, confusion, and all of that, right? So yeah, Two of Pentacles here. Yeah. So Source definitely balanced some things out between you and someone. These cards act like they want to flip out the deck. Yeah, so Source definitely balanced something out between you and someone. Y'all both had to go on this journey of just discovery in order to come back together. Yeah, you and somebody had to finally, you know, go on this journey to come back together. But something feels very much like home for you and someone. So let's see what the financial situation is going to look like. That you and someone are leaving a legacy. Definitely leaving a legacy. But two energies are dying. When I say dying, I don't necessarily mean a physical death. I mean, they could. I don't know. But death is not always in a physical sense. Death is a death of a cycle, meaning that to you and somebody, they are no longer alive. Meaning like you're closing out a cycle, so they no longer exist. In other words, these energies no longer exist. Yeah, because you've saved yourselves. Yep, so a lot of your wishes are being, because you learn how to save yourself. You learn how to save yourself. So that is new love coming across somebody's path. So a lot of your wishes are being fulfilled. So let's say, for instance, it is a child or children for you. Your wishes for them is that they find love, they find true love and true happiness. If it's for you, you find true love and true happiness for you. And that whatever in the past you left behind, that's a wish fulfilled as well. Like you starting a whole new life, hitting the reset button. That you have health and wealth. Your community wants you to thrive. Those things are happening, you know, for you and someone, right? That your money is growing. So that's why you got to be very intentional and deliberate about what you're praying and wishing for, because a lot of wishes are being fulfilled, right? So again, you just got to be very detailed, very descriptive with what you want. Make a decision, right? Yeah, make a decision not to argue with people. You plan not to play their mind games. Especially people who want to use your words against you and all that other stuff, and being used as a pawn in people's games and all of that other mess. So you got to make a decision not to go back to the past. You got to make a decision. People trying to argue with you, they got all this information, and so you got enough information at this point not to go backwards. Enough information. You know exactly what pack people are running with. You got enough information at this point. You know who's running with whom. It ain't no and, ifs, or buts. You've had enough conversations with people. You've asked questions every kind of way you could ask them. You're an air sign, so you've talked to enough. Your energy is directed outward. You know who is connected with vain, vengeful, green with envy spirits. You know who will do anything for money. You know who will do anything for material possessions. You've asked questions every kind of way. You know how people think at this point, Libra. I mean, we're talking about family members. You know exactly who is whom at this point. So Source is saying to you, when you know for certain, because you've had countless conversations, you can close out the cycle in love and just move on. You know who has succumbed to passive and powerless behavior, who is egotistical, materialistic, and forceful. You know who is being bullied. You know who the bully is. If they're older and they still haven't spoken up to you for whatever reason, they're scared, whatever, you can read between the lines. They can have a sidebar conversation with you. Say something. Send you a text. They can send you a text message. Something. They're not saying it. Source is saying to you, at some point, you try to read between the lines. At some point, you like I said before, you have to make the decision to end something. You have to make a decision to end something. Like I said, at some point, if your people are chained to the devil, You know, people are, this could be, you could have Capricorn in your birth chart, but something could, you can make a decision to end something because your community wants you to thrive. And so if you're operating in fear, then that would mean you're chained to the devil. So that could mean you could be chained to a Capricorn, you know. But whatever it is, you have to decide where you want to put your energy. You have to decide where you want to put your energy, right? Yeah, this is a 6 of Swords, and this is what you're doing. You're moving on from something. You're moving on from any kind of shade. Because when you go back in your mind and you realize that somebody was arguing with you and you don't even know what they were arguing about because you moved on, and they said something disrespectful to you, and you still don't know why they said it. They haven't told you why. You haven't gotten a proper apology for about something. Whoever it is, you're finally making a decision to move on. You've had countless conversations. There's still no explanation, no description as to what happened. You've had enough chances now. In this lunar eclipse, you're going to finally let go. So that's all Source needed you to do, was finally let go of something. Source is taking it from here. Somebody could be moving. Yeah, finally moving. Here we have the King of Cups here. So, yeah, you have new love coming across your path. And this energy here, like I said, a lot of your wishes are being fulfilled. Like I said, somebody's moving. So you're shedding the path your past completely. Here we have the Queen of Wands here. And it's because you've done the shadow work. Yeah, because you've done the shadow work. Because you've done the shadow work. Right? So 8 of Wands. Source is actually speeding up your source is actually speeding up. You have an energy in your life. For one, you're not going back. You're not going back because it's too many things that have happened here. Too many things that have happened here. There's a Capricorn involved with something. Something happened with a fire energy that was not determined to do the shadow work when you did the shadow work, right? Again, it's just too many incidents that you can count on your, like I said, this is the King of, that let you know that they are not team you at all. Again, to make the chain to too many addiction, greed, envy, materialism, compulsive, excessive, playfulness. It's just, they tied to too many things that if you don't make a decision and you're a cardinal sign, but if you don't initiate the change, when people keep showing you over and over and again how many demons they have, and they're chained to all of these demons, and you just keep showing them that that it's okay. You're almost treating them like they're a kid, like you're almost like you're enabling a behavior. You're enabling that behavior. So Source is actually speeding up something for you. You're almost saying that what they did to you was not bad enough. So you're getting an opportunity to completely shed the past. Completely shed the past. These energies, looking at your cards here, 2 of Pentacles, have caused you to lose a lot of money. These energies have caused you to lose a lot of money. You've gone down a rabbit hole. You found out the truth, and these energies causing you to lose a lot of money. These karmics. And they're karmics. So Source is speeding up something for you. A lot of your wishes are being fulfilled in terms of your increase happening here. So here we have the 7 of Wands here. So yeah, Source is closing it out for you. This is yeah. 7 of Wands here. Yeah, Source is closing it out. Yeah. I don't know what kind of conversation you're going to have. You may be initiating conversation with the energy. Who knows? Who knows? But you got big money coming across your path to make sure you are financially independent. Yeah. And Sources say it's sending the spell work back to them. Okay, had to make a little bit more room. Yeah, but yeah, you're this is the Ace of Wands here. Yeah, so yeah, this is again Source is speeding up something for you. The financial independence. Source is speeding something up for you, so you can completely detach from these energies, and it's gonna make them cry. These energies, they chose. I mean, yeah, you're closing out this one. Like I said, there's an energy you just chose. Like I said. You have so many, you getting so many downloads and just memories of what somebody chose. It's like somebody is playing both sides of the fence. Somebody is playing both sides of the fence. So whoever it is, you're choosing you. You're choosing you. So if somebody does have new and exuberant love coming across their path, there's a soulmate. Yeah. Yeah. While you're leaving somebody there who cried, you know, in the past, who's still lamenting over the past. They stuck in the past. They still lamenting over the past. They're staying in a poisonous environment. You're keeping your vibrations high. They have to do the energy work. All right, let's see what lies beneath, what's going on with them, and let's go ahead and close this out. I really don't even want to walk backwards, but let's see. Let's just see for just what's going on here, and let's go ahead and close this out. Yeah, what else you got? What else you got for me, Source, as far as this is concerned? These cards are kind of like turned around. Hold on. I'm seeing investigating sex shop. Yeah, somebody has some addictions. Yeah. They still going to sex shops, investigating stuff. They like watching stuff go down. They still battling their demons. They still battling whoever it is. They on something. They could be smoking stuff. They're still recording stuff, keeping you a secret. It's just a lot of stuff going on with them. They still battling their demons, and maybe they feel like it could be a younger person. Who knows? They could still be battling some stuff. They got some stuff going on and just still like obsessing over you, because that's where the death card comes in. They could be still obsessing over you. But it's I feel like somebody came back through to complete a karmic cycle. It could be a loved one that came back through to complete a karmic cycle, but you may be kind of sort of, the compassion for you comes through, Libra, to show, just for you to see what they went through in a lifetime, for you to have compassion for them, to just kind of sort of see how difficult it was for them, to see how hard it is to break curses on people's lives when you have two karmic parents, just to see how difficult it is. This is why I always talk about, like, the death card was hidden in there as a judgment card. That's Pluto, right? How difficult it is for people to break karmic cycles when you have karmic parents. And people like to judge. People like, well, why don't they just do this and why don't they just do that? You can't just, it's not that easy to break something in one generation. You think somebody, okay, they the first one to go to college, or first one to get a good job, or the first one to do this and that. You can't just break a karmic cycle in just one generation. Even if a person moved to a different country or a different continent, you can't just break a generational cycle in one, that's trying to literally unlearn everything that you've been raised around and, learn. So Source is saying to you, but you have to make a decision. You are making a decision. You are making a decision, right? And, so yeah, so here we have the Page of Wands here. So you're freeing yourself. You have a new project coming along. You choosing you is really going to help somebody to really kind of sort of choose them. So you have money coming across your path, love coming across your path. You got star power. You have a lot of money coming across your path, actually. But you choosing you is going to really, it's going to be a wake-up call for somebody to, like, shed their past. That's the only way that's going to hit somebody, like, okay, this person really has moved on. So whoever this energy is, as long as you're staying connected to them in some way, shape, form, or fashion, it's a bad risk for you and for them. But as soon as you detach from these karmics, because that's what the karmics, like, you're their supply. As long as you stay connected to this one energy, it's like they're the glue that keeps you connected to these karmics. But when you move on, it could be like a sister or brother or some. It's like you're the supply that keeps the glue. You're the glue that's keeping these energies. But once you detach and move on and keep these energies out of your life, your business, you're going to see a whole different everything. All right? That's what I have for you. Bye.